Hey everyone, this is Dez Blade. And this guy.
I'm Battle Fox. With 2 X's.
Alright. And you most likely have watched the first Dead Space Let's Play. If not...
Or not.
Yeah, or not.
You probably haven't, based on the views it's been getting.
At the moment.
Very small minority of YouTube watchers.
Hopefully it'll grow. But we're going to go to Dead Space 2 in a little bit. But there is something else before that. Technically, Dead Space 2 wasn't the second game to come out. We had a game called Dead Space Extraction, which was a prequel that came out on the Nintendo Wii.
Do you know what year?
What year it came out? I can't remember.
Dead Space 1 came out in 2008, I think?
Yes.
8 or 9, and so I think Dead Space 1 came out in 2008, and then Extraction came out in 2009, and it took Dead Space 2 came out just before the holidays, or after the holidays?
After the holidays.
So early 2011.
Yeah, early 2011.
Okay.
That's a development process of the group. But Dead Space Extraction takes place about what happened to the USG Ishimura and the planet Regis 7 before Isaac Clarke got there. And
why the necromorphs all over the ship and eating everybody.
Gives a bit more backstory and stuff. And the one thing that turned a lot of people off when they heard about this was there was an on-rail shooter, which the Wii has done a number of things before. And to be honest, a lot of people give crap for it. Wii on-rail shooters are not that bad. People need to let up on that.
Well, I mean, it's like you kind of got to give it for you kind of got to give it credit for what it is. But I mean, because it's not gonna give you that much sustenance as a video game. Because you don't really control where the character's going. It's like someone's walking you through the experience. So it's kind of limiting in that aspect. But for what it is, it's meant to be a very arcadey kind of thing.
True.
And what I felt Extraction did was it kind of took away a lot of the arcadey aspect to try and squeeze in a little bit more of story or
there's a lot of big story elements in here. You have cutscenes in game. Your cursors will still be going across the screen and stuff, or you can move them off. Also at this time, when Dead Space 2 came out, if you got this limited edition version for the PlayStation 3, there is a version of Extraction for the PlayStation 3 using the PlayStation 3 Move.
Right.
I have no clue on what's the difference. I think the most
probably just looks better.
Graphic quality is probably proof, maybe some.
I can imagine the Move.
For the most part, I believe it's not too different.
I can imagine the Move probably has better motion sensor too.
I've heard arguments.
The Wii's motion sensor is kind of outdated, so.
Everyone can argue about that, but so what we're going to do is have a bunch of videos talking over them and talk about different things, the highlights of Dead Space Extraction, so you kind of give an idea of what happened in there. Because, believe it or not, there are plots in here that could be important for the series later on, as we'll see in Dead Space 2.
Yeah, it's interesting.
It's interesting, because you wouldn't... It was just thinking, okay, there's 4 main characters in Extraction, and you only get to play as 2 of them. You also play as another random character who was on the USG Ishimura during the game.
All right.
But the 4 characters give some interesting depth, and we'll see some of them later in Dead Space 2. Not all of them, though. We'll leave you to guess which ones. If you haven't played Dead Space 2 already.
The 2 characters they give you control of is Gabe Weller and I can't think of John. Is his name John something?
You're the detective guy?
Yeah.
Okay, there's a guy who's a soldier security guy, which is Gabe Weller. He's more of an important character, and then you have the guy who
I can't remember his name.
The detective guy. You'll see at the beginning. Well, he played. Well,
do we have the case? Where's the case?
No, we don't.
We don't?
We don't.
Oh, we sold it. Okay, yeah.
Okay, here's the thing. You may be wondering, why are we doing a video on a game if we sold it? Here's the reason why. Dead Space Extraction has one major thing pulling it back. Freezing. This game freezes so much, it's not even funny. I don't know why it freezes. I looked up information on it, and a lot of people said the Dead Space Extraction has a lot going for it, but it freezes too much.
Just a common problem. So.
It's a common problem. That's why we don't have a lot of footage. We don't have footage of Chapter 1 to show you. We'll describe it in a second. Because it froze like 5 times when we tried to record it. It's we're just going to talk about it.
Oh, that means
the two main characters and two other random people, because you control a random person in chapter 1.
And it's kind of tough to get to certain parts in the story that you want to show, because you can only like, you have a level that's so long, you have to start from the beginning, and like that's it. Like, you can't start from a middle checkpoint.
Nope.
So we're playing through like the first level, and it freezes at the 1/4 point. We have to suffer through all of the stupid exposition and plot telling that they drag us through with like 0 gameplay up until like the halfway or 1/4 point, and then we're like, oh, we finally get to play. Oh,
froze. We'll show you what we did capture one freeze, just because it was frustrating. But a lot of people say, okay, go to your settings, turn off the blue light that appears when your Wii when you put the disc in, and then turn off connect to the internet. We did that. We still have problems. So that is the one unfortunate thing about it. So I guess it is a little bit cheaper for us just talking about it instead of you guys going and buying the game, because it just freezes a lot. The PlayStation 3 version, it's a digital copy as far as I know only, so probably won't have that error on that.
If I had to give Extraction a rating, I'd say 6.5, 7 out of 10.
Yeah, I believe most people gave it a 6 or 7 out of 10.
6.75. I believe in quarters.
Yeah, some people gave around that rating in general for it. I think one person gave it an 8, but I don't know.
I'm a pretty big fan of Dead Space, and I thought it was okay. I didn't think it was amazing. So,
for what it does plot-wise, it is good though, and for an on-rail shooter, it's well done. The first chapter, you are in control of this random guy who has no influence on the plot whatsoever, so no one remembers his name. He is a guy who he works on the planet cracking crew, and they're digging an area out. They took out a big chunk out of Regis 7.
They've already got the marker.
And they found the marker, and you're part of a crew, and you're walking along, and you're like, okay, you find this marker. All of a sudden, weird stuff starts happening.
Other members of the crew start attacking you, and you're like, what's going on? And then your friends that are with you start mumbling about crazy shit, and you're like, stop it! And then they go crazy, and you're like, I have to kill you, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, I don't want to do this. And then all the time you're like, make me, I'll make us haul, and all this stuff going on.
And all the while, your girlfriend's calling you on your rig video screen, and she's like, what's going on? And
you're like, don't worry, it'll be fine.
I killed a couple people, don't worry about it.
I killed someone, he went crazy, oh my god, and stuff like that's happening. And then, by the time you get to the end chapter, you're seeing these weird things, people like rushing forward, attacking you and stuff, and all of a sudden you almost get to the exit of this cavern place.
I gotta escape! Help is on the way!
Bam!
And then they shoot you dead.
And they're like, why did you shoot all these innocent people? They were doing nothing to harm you.
So you're the crazy one! What a twist! Wow!
That was chapter 1.
Wowie caboodles!
Yes, it was a very interesting way to start off the game. And then we jump straight into chapter 2. Which we take control on the main character, the detective guy. And
Nathan something.
Nathan, yeah, his name's Nathan.
His name's Nathan something. God damn it, I can't think of it!
Nope. He didn't put a lot of character development in it. Not a lot from him. But, so we'll go from there, and we'll start showing you footage from the game. Enjoy.
I can feel them.
Nathan, fuck!
All around.
I know. But there's us 4. We've done okay so far.
Oh God.
Quiet. Listen. Oh, Jesus. We're never getting out of here. Look out!
Hurry!
Have you seen those things? That could have been us.
You can't stop it! No one can stop it!
It's coming for all of us.
Planet crack commencing in 5,